course, some other options. You've got Ridge Shipley, the precocious true freshman out of Texas that has made some very timely buckets, not only in this game tonight, but in the first round game. He had a game-high 15 off the bench, and he's been the guy down the stretch playing the point position. Jamal Johnson on the bench. So several different options for this team, the Mustangs.
And let's remember, a lot of times in these situations, it's not the first shot that's going to hurt you. It's the second shot, that offensive rebound. Northridge has to play this possession, finish this possession with a defensive rebound, and try to make this a free throw shooting contest, which is to their advantage.
Shipley, Bennett, Oddister, Eversley, and Nwaba for Cal Poly. They're going to make the Mustangs use a little clock, bringing it up court. Applying a little bit of full court pressure here. They throw over the top with Nwaba. Gazzola's checked back into the ball game for defensive purposes. Gazzola a little more length on Nwaba, right? Shipley out top. Son Alley. Eversley into the paint. Shipley for the lead. Got it! Ridge Shipley. As we alluded to, Nwaba, Eversley, option A and B, but you can't sleep on the freshman.
Well, you see Stephen Hicks turns his head and becomes a ball watcher. He saw Eversley drive to the middle. Stephen Hicks right there creeps into the paint, and you can't leave the three-point shooter. Ridge Shipley wide open at the top of the key. Stephen Hicks with a crucial defensive mistake, and the Cal Poly Mustang faithful feeling the love as March Madness in the NCAA tournament is within their grasp for the first time in school history. 13.7 seconds left. And if you're Cal Poly, you probably can't ask for anything better. You are one of the best defensive teams in the league. If you ask Joe Calero if you need a basket to win the game or get a defensive stop, he would probably say, I have confidence in our team to get the one defensive stop.
They need that stop right now. And if you're Reggie Theus, drawing it up inside the CSUN Matador huddle, what kind of player are you looking at? Obviously, you're looking at having Josh Green with the ball in his hands, right?
I want Josh Green creating maybe a high ball screen where he can get some type of shot off. And this is where offensive rebounding becomes crucial, because they are one of the better offensive rebounding teams. They dominated the offensive glass today. And like I said previously, it's the second shot that can decide this game.
After our coverage of this game, you can go to ESPN3 to watch exclusive live coverage of the Men's Big West Tournament trophy presentation. The Matadors have to go 94 feet. A point to tie, a 2-point field goal for the win. Landon Drew will bring it up. Off the screen. The jumper, offensive foul. Wow! Edmerson called for the offensive foul. And that's his fifth.
And I'm shocked that Josh Green, Stephen Hicks, or Stephen Maxwell didn't get a touch. Edmerson drives. Gordon slides over, takes it to his chest. And the officials felt it was an offensive foul. Now remember, you can be moving your feet and still be in legal guarding position. Defensively, that's obviously what the official felt was the call.
So they get a foul here real quickly with 4 seconds to go. Ridge Shipley is the team's best free throw shooter, but he's going to inbound the ball for Cal Poly.
Reggie Theus still barking at the official that made that charge call.
Nwaba, and he's closely guarded. They call a timeout, and that's going to be their last timeout. So Cal Poly must inbound it And Reggie Theus still incensed at that last call.
Well, right now, if I'm Reggie Theus, I have to move on and get into the huddle with my guys. Get them gathered up. Still 4 seconds left in this basketball game. Let's remember one thing that's different from college to the pros. If you can almost hold a guy here and no time can go off the clock and you can foul and then have them go down and shoot their free throws. Where in the NBA, if you hold on an inbounds play, they're going to get 1 free throw and the basketball. But no matter what, it's still only going to be a 1-possession game here for the Matadors if they're to get the ball back.
Remember what's at stake. Cal Poly trying to go its first ever NCAA tournament. Matadors trying to go to their 3rd and their first since '09. They're just 4 seconds away. And the officials looking at the monitor, checking something. They're checking out the shot clock. It's irrelevant because there's 4 seconds to go. Oh, they added 0.6. I mean, ultimately, that extra 0.6 that actually helps the Matadors if they foul right away. They have more time to come back the other way.
Yeah,
if it gets to that,
if,
right?
if it gets to that, because anytime it's 0.3 or above, you can do a catch and shoot situation.
Rich Shipley inbounding. Audister fouled immediately, and 0.6 went off the clock. Audister, a 75% free throw shooter. So even if he makes 2, it's still a 1-possession game. They would need a 3-pointer to send it into overtime. Audister going to step to the free throw line. Young man that had a stress fracture earlier this year. His head coach, Joe Calero, had to manage his minutes during games and manage his participation in practices throughout the season to make sure that he had some longevity. And Reggie Theus is going to try and put Audister on ice with 4.0 to go. And Rich Shipley once again with the pivotal tipping point bucket in this ball game, a long 3 to give them the 1-point lead.
Well, Rich Shipley has been big. They went with the freshman point guard here down the stretch in the back half of this game. That was late clock there. This was in transition where the Matadors were not able to match up with him. And then now the biggest shot in maybe Cal Poly Mustang basketball history is made by a freshman from Carrollton, Texas, in Ridge Shipley, the young man that exudes confidence, as we well know, Mark.
Well, we came into the game talking about the exploits of Josh Green and his prolific scoring, but Shipley has surprised everybody.
And you asked me about 7 or 8 minutes ago, why Shipley over Johnson? And I said for Calero, I think it was just a feel with how this young man was playing. He wasn't giving anything up on the defensive end, but he has enough confidence to stretch the defense and be able to make some plays on his own, as we saw there.
And a great scene right there as Jamal Johnson, the starter, the senior, was hyping up Shipley for these last 4 seconds. Great chemistry, as we saw earlier today on this Mustang team. But the task at hand right now, Kyle Audister going to step to the free throw line and try and put this on ice, or at least one step closer with a couple of foul shots. He was out of basketball for about 18 months 2 years ago with some foot issues. One more makes it a 3-point game. He misses it. They got to go with it. They need a 2. They got to get it off. They won't get it off. Ball game. The Mustangs go to the NCAA tournament for the first time. What a finish. As for the first time this year, Cal Poly Mustangs win when trailing at the half. They were 0-16 when trailing at the half. And the tears of agony for Josh Green. Our final score once again, 61-59. Cal Poly and Mark and his crew, Chris Eversley, going to the big dance. Coming up next, College Basketball Live. For Miles Simon and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Mark Jones saying good night from Anaheim, California.